Hey, welcome to the Faithfully Confident podcast with Christian confidence coach Courtney Berry. That's me. This podcast was created for those of you who God called to become entrepreneurs and you desire the confidence to pursue a business. If you're starting on your journey and want to learn all things faith, confidence, marketing, and sales, you are in the right place. If you enjoyed today's episode, share this episode on your social and tag me at She Blooms Faithfully on Instagram. I'll catch you later and enjoy today's episode. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Are you afraid of talking about your services? And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to dive deep into why you are afraid of this, because you being afraid of not talking about your services is doing a disservice to those that you're supposed to be helping. God has placed this desire on your heart for a reason, and it's because He has qualified you. It's because you're capable of doing this. You are fully capable of giving these people the transformation that you know that you can. So it's not a matter of, I'm afraid of talking about my business. You're afraid of what's going to happen by talking about your business. So whether that is a fear of judgment, and that's very common too. Talking about your business sometimes brings up that fear of, I shouldn't be talking about this. And this is a big thing. This is a big thing with businesses right now, is talking about how much money you make. You can't post that. Like I posted the other day that I went and booked an appointment with an accountant, and that to me was scary. That terrified me, because I'm like, why is this something that I should be sharing with my audience? And it's because this is part of my transformation. This is part of my journey. And you guys, you have to be sharing about your business. You have to be sharing about your journey. You have to be sharing about your results that your clients are getting, because if you're not, then how are they going to find you? How are they going to know that you have what you are offering for them? How are you going to be the answer to their prayers that they've been praying for if you're not talking about your services? You might be the answer to their prayers. They might be praying for exactly what you have. And if you are denying them of that because you are afraid, then you're doing them a huge disservice. And not only are you doing them a huge disservice, you're doing yourself a disservice, because you could have had that client right there, but you were afraid of making that post. You were afraid of messaging them. You were afraid of what they might say. And I want to tell you right now that, you know what? If someone says no to you, get your brain flicked on to, okay, next. They said no, next. Because if they are for you, they will come to you. If they are for you, they will come to you. But you have to get over that fear and that discomfort of putting yourself out there. If you are so uncomfortable with sharing what you have to offer, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to take risks. You have to make those leaps. You have to realize that through this discomfort, you're going to grow. And you have exactly what it is those people are praying for. You have exactly what it is, but you are having this barrier put up that's blocking them. They can't see you. They don't know what you have. They don't know what's on the other side of that wall, because you put that wall so high, blocking them from finding you, that they're not going to find you. And you have to get over that discomfort, because that prayer that they are praying is on the other side of that wall. That other side of that wall is you. That other side of that wall is your services, that transformation that you can give to them. And you have to be willing to get uncomfortable to do it. So ask yourself this: if I am getting uncomfortable, or sorry, not if I'm getting uncomfortable, if I'm afraid, what am I afraid of? What are these outcomes that I am afraid of? What is going to potentially happen by me talking about this? What's going to potentially happen from me messaging that person or making that post or doing that live stream? What's going to happen? And ask yourself, why are you afraid of that? Why are you afraid of that? Because everybody starts at ground zero. Everybody starts where you are. Everybody has been where you are. We all start from the ground up. We all have to build our foundation. We all have to go through that discomfort. We all have to go through those fears, those doubts, those negative beliefs, those limiting beliefs that you have. We all deal with those. You're not alone. And I want you to know that you're not alone. I used to be a Beachbody coach, and my journey of signing up was I was babysitting. I seen a T25 DVD. I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. I'd love to do it. So I talked to her about it. I said, what's that T25 thing you have in the basement? Like, can I try it? What is it? Like, how do I get it? Where'd you find it? And she told me it was through Beachbody. She told me she's a coach. And eventually it came down to me signing up because I wanted the discount. And I told her straight up, I'm like, I'm not doing this coach thing. I'm not doing it. Nope. Not happening. I'm not doing those crazy live streams you do. I'm not talking to the people. I'm signing up as a coach. Don't expect me to do any of the work. Like, I'm just doing this for the discount. I just want the product at a discounted price. And if you see me now, hello. You know that's not the journey that I took. I got uncomfortable. I grew through the discomfort. I showed up because I knew that there was something for me on the other side. If you're not willing to get uncomfortable and take action where God is telling you to go, then what are you doing? Why do you really want this? Like, if retiring your husband, if quitting your 9-to-5 job, if, being able to be a stay-at-home mom instead of going back to a 9-to-5 job, whatever it is that is your reason, what is that worth to you? How uncomfortable are you willing to get in order to reach that destination? How uncomfortable are you willing to get? Because that's the question you need to be asking yourself, is not, why am I afraid of talking about my business? It's, how uncomfortable am I willing to get? How many fears am I willing to push through in order to get to that ultimate destination? Because we're always going to be leveling up. We're always going to be growing. We're always going to be up leveling to the point where our fears are going to just keep coming. My fears that I have now are way different than the fears that I had when I started. My fears when I started, what if the clients don't come to me? What if, someone reads this post and it makes them uncomfortable and they unfriend me? What if this, what if that? Like, the stupidest tiny little nitpicking things. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I had those. I had all of the fears. I had all the limiting beliefs of, why should they choose me when they can choose this person over here who's way further along than me, who has way more experience than me, but they wanted me. They didn't want them. They wanted the personality that I had. They wanted that comfort that I give them. They wanted that nurturing personality that I give them. They wanted that person who is going to be there every step of the way and not push strategies down their throat. They wanted someone who was godly driven, who led a kingdom-led business. They didn't want someone next door who had all the strategies, who was, talking about the universe, but had all this success. They didn't want them. They wanted someone who could guide them, someone they looked up to. And that person was me. And it took me a while to realize that. So whether or not that's something that you're dealing with, I want you to know that even if you talk about something on a live stream, one person shows up. You changed one person's life. And that is all that matters. One person. That's all it takes, is that one person.
If you made it this far in the episode, I wanted to take a moment and just personally thank you and share truly how grateful I am for your support. I really do appreciate you more than you know. And if you'd like to show more support with the podcast, please share it with others so they can find it, post about it on social media, and don't forget to tag me at SheBlooms I love to connect with my listeners and hang out with you guys on Instagram. It would also mean a lot to me if you took a moment and left a 5-star review and rating. Thanks again, and I will see you next week.